This video was originally going to have two different titles. It was going to be 3:33 a.m. Then it was going to be 3:57 a.m. But then I ended up changing my mind. And I changed my mind because it's 4:34 a.m. But this video originally, the idea for this came at 3 a.m. So we're keeping it 3 something a.m. I don't know which number I'll choose. I like the ring of like 3:56. Oh, that's what it was. 3:56, not 3:57. But hey guys, hopefully you're watching this at 3 a.m. This makes this video even better. How about that? Click back on this video when you're watching it at 3 a.m. That's some interactive YouTubing right there. I'm gonna throw on my blue light glasses so you're gonna see like my LEDs and myself on OBS, just so y'all know. Yeah, you see me there? So courtesy of the love, my my girlfriend got these for me, so I don't burn my eyes while I'm sitting here making videos at a time she'd be very mad at. She's actually currently on FaceTime, but I have it muted. I think she's not. Speaking of that, this is done on Christmas, so don't forget to get y'all, get your significant others Christmas gifts. Ah, man, these videos, dude. I love these types of videos and anyone who gets up and shoots these types of videos, because I feel like when you're up this early, it's some of the realest transmissions from your mind and mental state, subconscious, wherever, just come out. And originally I had 3 video ideas pop up as soon as I woke up at 3 a.m. today, which were, I think I woke up around like 3:27, 3-ish, 3:15-ish something. But then when I got everything settled and checked my phone, it was 3:33, of course, the synchronicity. But man, it's been wild, dude. I think I'm just gonna call this video 3 a.m. thoughts, maybe. But it's been wild. It's been wild. I've been actually having a lot of fun meeting very great people, working with a really, really cool company, in being a dental assistant. And I'm going on my week 3 of training, which is x-rays, and it's been crazy. It's been a wild experience. And everyone at this job is just, they're very cool. They're like reflections of myself. All of the wonderful spiritual stuff I talk about just never goes away and still applies here. And it's funny. I have this woman there who I said is like my work mom, who I went to and vented my true feelings about with everything. And and she gave me some of the best wisdom ever. It's like the same wisdom that I talk, but I love hearing it from other people and her perspective. And it was just like, yo, it's still only 2024, man. We're here figuring it out and stuff, and just like, everyone's reminding me that, hey, even being here 6 months, you're still not even gonna know everything. But from what everyone tells me is that I'm picking up everything fast. But it's just been wild. It's been wild to see how manifestations work and how they bring you close to things, bro. It's insane. Like I could have never imagined being with like such a cool group of people. Like I could because it's all deja vu, so nothing's like really new to me. And I mean, I am picking up the stuff, but it's just like it's wild. But I still don't know if it's truly what I want to do. But they told me, nah, it's too early to tell. Just keep going. And I've been enjoying it. The days go by fast, you know. And that's really it. That's the update for my career wise, outside of doing YouTube. But I mean, it's this whole thing is wild, man. Like, this whole thing is wild. If y'all knew what I made it through, in just the previous months, man. It's such a wild comeback story. Like, it's so weird. It's so we create reality. Like, we most certainly create reality, and I'm being proven that every day as I get closer to 25 years old, my mid 20s, my unk status. I realize that it's faith in yourself. Faith in everything is gonna work out. I never could have imagined I would get back and this is what I would doing. I knew I would be doing great things, but man, this is so much fun. And I have so much respect for dentistry, like dentists and stuff, and dental assistants now being in the midst of the work. It's insane, dude. And I mean, this team of people make it so much more great. Like, dude, it was so intimidating. I don't know if they'll ever find this video. It was so intimidating working with the co-owner of the business. I'm not gonna drop her video or her name in the video because you guys will freaking go and discover it. But the owners obviously are in dentistry, of course. But there was one day where they were like, "Oh, you know, Doctor So and So is gonna be here today. Bring your A game tomorrow." I'm like, tomorrow? Like, does she come once a month? Why am I already meeting the co-owner just like week 2 or like yeah, is she like the co-owner? And her husband's like the owner? It's his family? I don't know. They're owners together. They're a unit. They are a unit, and she is a unit, man. We were working on fillings. I don't remember what she did. I think it was in the break room. She looked at me and she was you already knew what I was about to ask you. She asked me about the parkour and stuff, but she was like, ready? Oh man, dude, I love it. I love the people here, the personalities and everything. It's a wild group of people. Man. And just, you know, just like everyone, of course. I don't know. It's just a different. It's wild. It just makes it's these 3 a.m. thoughts, man. I want to get super deep about it, but I'm just like, I want to keep it surface level right now because the other videos I'm about to upload are gonna get crazier. They're the ones that I'm about to shoot after this one are gonna get a little bit crazier. But I was really just sitting here thinking that, like, this journey of life can take you anywhere. You really don't know. And as I'm approaching 25, I think one of the most amazing things about this journey is just the people I've met and that met along the way. And I think that's why I'm feeling pulled to talk about the whole dental assistant stuff, because to me, meeting great patients, like week 2 was doing fillings and everything, so I was like suctioning inside the mouth and everything for the fillings. And I remember one patient just going, like, he was like, hey man, if it's anything for you, dude, you were very, very gentle, like very gentle, because I want to be very careful. Like, I don't want to be choking them with the suction and everything. But then I remember another patient when I was trying to explain that, yo, when like whoever's supposed to be shadowing me, which is really my trainer, but it's been a chaotic training process. Oh, let me tell you, it's been funny. And my trainer was like apologizing at times because she's higher up. Anyways, long story short is that one day I was with one of the doctors that I like a lot, one of the dentists, and when the person who was kind of shadowing me left the room, the patient we were working on, I was like, yo, dude, I'm telling you, it's almost like when they're in the room and it's like so much stimulation coming at you, I kind of forget certain things. But when I'm alone and they leave me alone with the dentist, I'm over here switching the tools, moving fast, because you got to move fast with, like, oh man, I wish I could tell you all I could tell you all the process one day, but even the patient went like this. He said, and he put a thumbs up, like he was agreeing with me. He noticed, like, when they're not in the room, I'm not like I don't fumble the things. I'm like, kind of, my attention goes to them, and it's like it's distracting, but I'm trying to say that in the nice way possible because I really like everyone there. And I don't want to come off like, yo, you're distracting me. And I know I don't have to, but I feel like my tone sometimes can. I mean, no. People, when I come off, I am pretty much like a really kind guy, but it's just like it happens so often and I don't think they see it. And the one person that was doing it, and this is no disrespect there. I remember her saying like, oh, like they were kind of babying me for the training, but then they'll also tell me that it's gonna feel normal that you're overwhelmed because you're learning a lot about dentistry. But at the same time, the babying me is destroying me in certain instances, bro. Like y'all don't have to stand over my. I know they do have to shadow me, but like I mean, I'm good. Like you guys, like they because some of them there that have been trained have always talked about where they were thrown in the thick of it and they were left alone and they had to really lock in to pick up certain things. And I'm like, hey, then do it for me for certain things because, like, really, when you have someone over your shoulder, sometimes that does fumble you. And see, the patients are agreeing with me. They see it too because I am completely fine when it's just me and the dentist in the room. All right, sorry. Anyways. While saying that, well, yeah, the patient had me weak. The things were in his mouth, like the suction and stuff while I was talking, and he was and that shit had me so dead, bro. It's true, but I love hearing the patient feedback and everything too because it helps because like that like I said with all like reality and how we create reality and everyone is a reflection of you. It makes me feel like those are like my little hints throughout the day where it's like, okay, I'm supposed to be on this path right now. I don't know for how long or what I'm supposed to be doing, but at least this place, these people, everyone I'm meeting is like a stepping stone to something else. Like it's just taking me along this journey. So I'm just trying to live completely presently. And I think that's the takeaway from this video is that in anything I do now, I'm just trying to be completely fully present, not trying to overanalyze where I'm going, what I'm supposed to be doing, is this the right path, and just know where my end goal is and where I, because what's cool is even if I didn't stick with the whole dental assistant thing for long or anything like that, is like I still had the knowledge and the training and everything I learned in it, and and just I've the experience of meeting amazing people, seeing the work behind the scenes and everything, and like it's amazing. And I mean, and I love greeting. I love greeting the patients and talking to them. Like that's my favorite part. But it's just I'm thinking about this because it's like it it's been such a wild journey, dude. Like it's literally been such a wild journey. I can't even I don't know. Like can't it's, I can't life is simple. It's so much more simple. It's so simple. I feel like when I find out it's simple or that I know it's simple, it gets simpler. It gets simpler. This whole thing, this whole system is not meant to be complicated, dude. You are a creator. You are a creator first. And you always got to remember that. And you always got to remember that this is your life. And don't ever feel bad about shifting gears or changing direction or, don't 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 allow anyone to make you feel like almost like you don't know what you're doing. And I'm not saying this for the dental assistant job that no, they assure me that you're learning a lot very quickly. Like shoot, I know all the teeth numbers now and all of this knowledge. It's fun, dude. I love that's the most I think fun part about it is the learning. But no, I'm not talking about it in reference to that. But what I'm talking about is in just generally in your life anyways, is that don't feel like you like man, I hear it all the time. People say your 20s is to make all these mistakes and everything. And it's funny when I had my awakening around 18, like my true one to 21, it felt like it was like I just got to get it. And I realized that mindset was just birthed from well, one, not knowing what was happening to me with awakening, but also just this survival fear of like, you know, I, everyone from the town I was in, I got to get out of here, and there's no opportunities in this, and I just look back at that at the time, and I'm like, wow, I couldn't have imagined the moments where I'd be in Florida, or I'd be in Austin, Texas, or in Texas, or in Minnesota. Like, it's I that version of myself really had to learn how freeing your mind will lead you to attract and push yourself in directions you wouldn't have never even imagined. Like, my stepdad said it to me, which was crazy. Me and his relationship, the things that have gotten revealed in my family, all of this wild stuff is so insane. Like, just like he looked at me and he said, I look at you, and he said, it's crazy to see that this is that little boy. Like, this is that young boy who, if y'all can picture a version of me, I mean, I was young, dude. Like, I was young, straight up gaming all the time, and not like, not an ounce of confidence, like, not an ounce of like, I was just a gamer, man, a chill gamer that everyone knew pretty much. I was really extremely shy, and this is what's funny. My girlfriend's, I, I should explain this in a different way. I'm gonna just say it's funny when people view pictures of me or see pictures of me, they their perceptions of me are so funny. I've been getting it for my entire life, dude. So let's just say that somebody's peers saw pictures of me and were like, "Oh, this dude is too handsome. He's like a fuck boy. Like, he's fuck." I used to get, I still, and I'm saying used to, and I literally still get this, that like I'm a fuck boy, and that all this and that I'm probably not actually loyal, so you gotta guard your heart and shit like that. And it's like, that's so furthest from the truth. I look at myself in the mirror, or I hear my perspective, or I hear perspectives of my stepdad, and it's like, he looked at me and said, like, you're this, like, I came home one night just talking of so much excitement of the dentistry stuff and the stuff I was learning, and the cool ass people there. And that's what he sees. He sees this little boy who literally, like, some of the closest people who know me, I wear my heart on my sleeve. I'm too, like, emotionally in tune, like, now from compared to them, but back then I was so emotionally, like, I wore my heart on my sleeve that I could never do people wrong intentionally, especially in a relationship or hoe around. I couldn't do that. I was really, like, people call it, my man, one of my closest bros told me about this term, but like, it's called like demisexual, I guess, like, as I got older. But like, this stuff is really true. I have to have genuine connection with people to do anything in a romantic sense, but also just like these so I just think about like my journey and my path, and how perceptions really warp your reality. It's crazy to think, and don't worry, I'm not ignorant of this, but it's just crazy to think that people actually exist that judge a book by its cover, man. Like, that's why I tell you that just live your life. Like, that's what it is. It's so simple. Life is so simple. It's live your life. It If you have to be one of those people to say fuck your family and fuck your parents, fuck them. If you got to be one of those people to say, and I'm saying it within context of, like, if they're holding you back in life, it's like, it's all still love, but maybe, like Kendrick said, if they say it's love, you've been lied to, because it can be your own family. Like, even the quote, it's funny that they chop off the quote to, like, literally make you withstand toxic family behavior. The whole blood is thicker than water. Like, I'm really realizing that whole quote, even though I've already talked about this in videos, that whole quote is literally manipulated to make you think that despite what your family does, blood is thicker than water. Like, I'm sorry, I feel so bad for whatever poor soul really falls for that saying, but it's not. The full saying, blood is thicker than water, but the blood of the covenant is thicker than the waters of the womb. Like, that full, and man, thanks to Markiplier. But I knew the full quote had to be cut off, or full phrases that they don't always tell you, because dude, it's like manipulation. That's what this whole game is about. It's psychology. Like, it's crazy. And the one truth is like, the family you choose is your family. And truthfully, at the end of the day, you choose yourself and love yourself truly. And that's the one thing I've seen in this generation with the women that I've been, blessed to date. Some of them just truly do not love themselves. Like, this is a generation of people who do not love themselves, and I don't blame them. I feel for them, because it's everything that they've been taught in this world. It's really hard, man. I see the perception's really warped for like what it is to be a woman and everything. It's really sad. But I think about all these things. I think about all these things, and I'm like, dude, just reality is perception, dude. Reality is perception, and it's wild. And it's wild, but it's crazy. That's what I mean. Like, I know people in this world exist that judge a book by its cover, but it's insane to like look to hear that, to see my stepdad who's looking at this young boy who barely could order food at McDonald's because I was so shy. Now I'm in here having a good time talking with patients, chilling, coming into the dental field with no background in dentistry at all. Like, and I want to like sum it down, because I don't want to make it sound like I'm coming in being a dentist, but one of the doctors asked me, like, are you interested in dentistry? And he said, what I always used to say is, this is one of the best ways to find out, because I think he said that's how he got into it, is he was shadowing. But yeah, like, and I mean, I love the knowledge. I do love it. So, the days go by quick. People are great so far. But again, also just like being completely honest, is it's still, no matter where, even if I'm with a great work group of people, everything, I make sure to always, keep not a wall up, but keep a certain perspective up, not fall too much into the whole that everyone's a family. They most certainly are, and their company motto, and the way they hire a very certain individual to work for the company. I get it. They were even telling me, like, we know within like a week if you're a fit for the place you're at and everything, and that's good to hear for me. I'm glad that I'm a fit and I'm a part of the crew. But I always just keep a little bit of a observation up, because you just never could be too sure. And that's not like a not trusting thing. That's just being cautious, because work related. Just yeah. I don't know. You ever see those situations where people will like think they're cool with a coworker, or this like new coworker comes out of nowhere. And I'm glad this has never happened to me. I find cool groups of people, but they're almost set in like a plant. Then all of a sudden, somebody says something wrong around one coworker, and then next thing you know, this person that was hanging around this one coworker ends up fired, and then like that coworker disappears, almost like they're agents in the field that come and scout. I always think about that, but I also, because of a lot of my spiritual concepts and just the experiences I've had in my life, that I know I create my reality that I'm in. I don't ever worry about my work environments, because I'm basically just there to do the job and then manifest my dreams outside of the career, like that field. So it doesn't really matter, but I do just still have a little bit of a wall up, because I don't want them to get too comfortable with me if I don't end up staying. I don't know. I'm like a traveler. I'm a nomad. So, but at the end of the day, they are doing their best to make me feel like super comfortable, dude, and like also throwing me in the they are throwing me into it a little bit, which is fun. I mean, it's all fun. I like the challenge, but anywho, this isn't about the career mostly, but I just like talking about it, because these thoughts just have me being in a new environment with so many different and new people. It new in the sense of like physical reality new, but with all the deja vu I'm having, yeah, We already know. But I'm not gonna get too deep in this video, like I said. We can go there with the whole idea of like why I'm here and everything. It's very funny. But it's just wild, man. Live your life. Live your life. The next video I make is gonna be a bit more tailored to like living your life, and that life is simple. But this one is just like some 3 a.m. thoughts I had. Because like the conversation with my girlfriend last night and everything was pretty heavy around these topics of this, like, I don't know, just I don't know, just stuff about like conditional and unconditional love and things like that. But anywho, I think that's it for this video. I'm gonna get on with the next one. We just hit 5 a.m. actually. Actually, today is her and I's, wow, anniversary. Wow, cool. 22nd. Let's go.